We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. Steve and Jill here.
hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the sweet Valley of the Sun.
Today, Jill and I talk about
When to do your own work.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The script is wrong.
It's okay. I got you. I got your back. We're all good.
Guess who did the script?
It's okay.
This is perfect for this topic.
When
I do all the pre-production.
Yeah.
I do the scripts. I do the questions
This
and
is
all
good.
that. And I didn't do it right.
When to do your own work
so-
and when not to do your own work.
Maybe not do your own work when you're getting so old that you're not doing the right work correctly.
Yeah,
anymore.
or you can't see.
The name of the show is When to Do Your Own Work.
Yeah, there we go. All right, we're going to talk about this. So I made some notes here. My first note is, sheesh, everyone. There's a lot of people that aren't doing their own work, and we will explain.
Before we get into it, let's take a question posted by one of our land members on our Land Investors Online community. It's free, and don't forget to subscribe to the Land Academy YouTube channel and comment on the shows you like.
Aaron wrote, after watching a title company struggle for weeks now to get a very senior citizen seller to sign, notarize a deed themselves, and then mail it back, I'm starting to think mobile notary services can be worth the money. Yeah. Hello. Now, hilarious. So this sounds to me like, because I've had some of these folks that
I know you have.
they're not that mobile, or they don't like to go out. So this notary, they couldn't even send a mobile notary out to them. I've had this too, where we sent a notary out and they needed to sign on the trunk of a car. They wanted to be outside and have the fresh air, and they're just probably still concerned health-wise. And so I get it. And so you work with them. So I guess this person's saying, why am I having them do that? Which is true. So I'm paying this title company how much money to do this work? I could have done that.
And they're not getting it done. And who knows what's going on here? Maybe the title company or the town where they live is so small that they're very used to going into town and signing everything.
True.
And so maybe this person's elderly and that's just not an option, or we don't really know what's going on. But the fact is this, and I'm very sure of this, you as an investor, Aaron, have a better shot of getting people to do what you want them to do over the title agent.
True. You have that relationship with them. They're selling to you because of you.
Here's the thing, and this is my opinion now. This world that we live in is becoming more increasingly, the lines of everybody's responsibility and the hierarchy of things, I'm going to get a ton of emails for this, is getting blurred. Ever since this COVID thing started, and is now we're in it, like it or not. We're post-COVID or within it in some stage. People's responsibilities my first experience with it was going to Home Depot, buying some stuff. And this is in California, in Los Angeles, and standing there with somebody, and they might as well have had a swastika on their arm, telling everybody where to stand, what to do, how it's going to go. And this is like some regular Home Depot employee that just within a week of starting the whole COVID scenario, got a little taste of power and just went kooks.
Yeah.
So did I check out that day on Home Depot? No, I didn't. And so, but what it did is it pushed me over the edge to really be conscious. And I'm not kidding now at all. Be conscious of the fact that when you're doing a real estate deal, there's people that are involved and they may not do what you want anymore. Back in our day, you could get people, especially the sweet talking Jill over here, can get people to do what she wants. And it's becoming more difficult to do that because everybody believes that they have all this power now.
There is a little bit of that. I'm going to explain more here in a minute.
She's shutting me up. Today's topic, she just got me to do what she wanted.
I did.
Today's topic, when to do your own work. This is why you're listening.
It's not the first time a woman has withheld things to get what she wanted.
Where are you today? How long have you been holding that
I
in?
just came up with that. It's just,
Wait, that could be a standard response to a lot of stuff.
it's just perfect timing. I had to throw that out there. So, like, yeah, move the show along. You'll get some comments here. So here's my whole thing on this. You know what? People, like you're just talking about, want to do your own work. It's weird, this climate that we're in. I try to walk around not saying the C word, and I don't mean the other, I mean the COVID word. I'm just kind of tired of it. I wonder if you are too. So I'm trying to I'm trying my best to be very respectful of everyone and their wishes and their needs and all that. And I'm never going to say, how I think is how you should think. That's not my thing.
Me too.
And I don't want to be doing it to me too. So I'm kind of hoping we can all get to a place now we can just let's do the best we can. We all want the same goal. So, and it's so interesting, this shift that's going on right now with the culture of people and workers and getting things done. And I'm not talking about the people that don't even want to go back to work. I'm talking to people that are working and getting paid and making money.
Yeah, me too. That's what I'm talking about.
There's so much of, like you just said, walking in, not taking responsibility of anything and just saying, well, that's not my job.
I said that yesterday. So I said all that yesterday. Let me set this back up. Jill and I are renovating a house. And we're not renovating it. It's just what I would call pretty heavy decorating. There's no plumbing or electric, none of that, nothing changing like that. It's just changing out countertops, changing out floors, and a small part of the house. And so, maybe 60 days of work.
Paint.
And so we're at the last 10% of that, maybe the last 5%. And the last 5% or 10% of everything's the hardest. It's all the tiny little intricate detail work, the stuff that got missed. There's checklists, there's blue tape all over the certain places where stuff needs to happen. And the supervisors, and recently it got to the point where we had to call the owner. And, And so the owner's kind of walking around with the clipboard and Jill's saying, look, this doesn't match. It doesn't line up. And I'm standing there for support. And he's saying, yeah, it doesn't match.
Yeah, you're right. That doesn't look good.
With a big, long, silent pause afterward.
And just that's it.
And then he looks at his clipboard and says, I think there's a change order on this. This is the owner now. This isn't the project manager we've never met. And so that this is the kind of when is it time for me to buy some new knee pads and get down there and fix it myself? Translation, and I'll tell you, the short answer is when it's necessary. If you're so compulsive that you have to control everything and touch everything and do everything, and you're only ever going to be a one-man show, you're going to severely limit yourself about how much money you can make and how successful you're going to be. That's one pendulum side. The other pendulum side, the idiot clipboard here, is I'm not doing anything. Yeah, my customer's not happy. Well, I'll just stand here until they just ask me to leave.
And that's sad. Do you know what's sad too? I was talking about one of the workers. He goes, yeah, he's just a whiny guy. Don't just ignore him. I'm like, what?
It doesn't get the floor done.
I got more than one person here. They're telling me we don't have the right materials. Yeah, they're just whining. They can figure it out. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, they can't figure it out because the floor's installed incorrectly. So back to the land business, there's stuff like the question today about the elderly. It's just not getting done. When your deal's not getting done and time's going on, the likelihood or the chance statistically of the deal not ever getting done goes up.
High. Yeah.
And you don't want that. You want to get the deal done and move on to the next deal. So you have to decide for yourself at what point do you actually get involved now. And maybe there's a big long story, a string in Discord about meeting a seller in person to get a deal done. It's by Luke Smith. You should, because it was a great deal and they couldn't get it done. And it ended up it's a great story. If you're a member, you should go into Discord and look for it. Okay. Because Luke Smith's back, and a longtime member. He goes dark for a while because he's doing real estate deals. Yeah. And sometimes they'll come back and it's just like a tidal wave of Luke Smith. Yeah. So he's telling all these stories about meeting this guy and he got juked,
What does that mean?
He just got, the seller was livid. And so he was just baited him all the way down, livid about the price, got Luke to meet him. It's, so we're getting off track.
That's kind of funny.
You have to decide
how much you're going to do.
Well, here's another example. Jill doesn't like the color of the electrical outlets in our entire house. So she got a bid, and a licensed contractor was nice enough to submit the bid with, you need this amount of these plates, this amount of these plates, there's this covers, very detailed. And that'll be $12,000, please, to change out our plates in our house.
It was crazy.
And when she said, no, that's just too much, he said, okay. And so I have a choice now. I have a choice. I can spend a bunch of time, try to find a handyman that's going to charge dollars per hour, go get the materials myself, probably on Amazon, or I can do it myself. Mm-hmm. And so is that a good use of my time? No, I should be here doing what I'm doing right now. It's a much better use of my time for everybody to learn, for us to make money and all that. But so there's this constant I'm finding in this environment that we're in now, even with she knows more about the real estate deals than I do. You're going to have to get involved because people aren't going to do they're just not going to do what they used to do before the COVID.
And it may not be you, it may be your team. So part of it is you training your team. We got to get this done. That's a lot of it. And push them and empower them to get the stuff done.
They're going to look to you for example. And if you're just walking around looking at the ceiling with a clipboard in your hand saying, yeah, this isn't right, not offering a solution or not getting your hands dirty ever, or not putting any time in, just kicking your feet up on your desk, those are the kinds of people that are going to work for you. Yeah.
And it's like in our world, if you have that kind of employee, they're going to go, I don't know, title hasn't called yet. When you were closing, I don't know, title hasn't called yet. You don't want that. That's why I preach to you / your staff needs to check in with these guys at least twice a week.
The flip side
make sure they're moving along.
The flip side is correct too. If you're the kind of owner or supervisor that every single thing that somebody does, you say, oh, that's wrong. Take it all off the shelf. I'm going to do it with you. This is how you put stuff on the shelf. Then that's not sending the right message either. You need to, Jill's right. You need to empower these people and you need to lead by example. And there's lots of books, none of which I have written because believe me, I might not be the best boss. That's why Jill's here.
Oh, come on.
There's a lot of material out there about how to lead people.
Come on. We love it when you when you answer the phone with our customers, there's just nothing better.
You get to be a certain age with a certain amount of success, your patience start to go like this. And I know that about myself, so I stay out of it.
How much did you start with?
I started doing everything myself.
You started with this much patience, and now it's this much patience.
You know what? My lack of patience for everybody else, I have the same lack of patience for myself. So I think it's okay.
Okay. We're gonna let it go with that. Happy you could join us today. 5 days a week, you can find us right here on the Land Academy Show.
Tomorrow, the episode on the Land Academy Show is called When to Do.
That was today.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
When to correct your script.
I got it. Tomorrow is land funding with integrity.
You're not alone. Your real estate ambition.
Need to send out a few thousand offers to property owners like us? Check out offers and the number2owners.com. So it's offers2owners.com. No setup fees, free mail merge, exceptional service, and now including just released for everyone, concierge data and pricing. It's awesome. Give Offers to Owners a call today. What was I going to say? You know what's interesting about this whole thing? Here's the sad reality. This environment with people not taking responsibility, getting stuff done, passing the buck, whatever, all it's doing is costing them money in the end. Yeah. It's really sad.
For ego.
They may be rolling in it right now because they have more customers and they know what to do with because no one else will show up.
It's all ego.
But it's gonna come back and bite them because I'm gonna remember these guys. I won't use them again. We were all excited up until the last 10%. I got a bid to do more work, like even a bigger project. We're talking with
twice the size,
$50,000, plus bid. And I'm like, you know what? I wouldn't do that with these guys.
No way.
Not now. The way they're treating me at the end here, it's so sad.
It is.
And if they were treating me differently, I would be like, sure, let's do it. And maybe if they said, we can schedule you in January. I'd be like, okay, I guess that's what it is. And they could have work scheduled out for months, but they're not doing that.
The root of the problem is just basic stuff with these guys. This vendor specifically, it's lack of communication internally with the team, lack of communication with Jill, and lack of it's just their attitude. You know, I can get over mistakes and if it's handled correctly.
You know
like,
what?
You know,
he's cocky.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't get cocky. So like in your land business, don't get cocky. You know, remember who you are, remember who your customers are. And like we say in the program, you know, don't celebrate until after you hang up the phone.
I wouldn't celebrate until a deed's recorded.
That's true. Then too.
On the sell side, not on the buy side.
Exactly. And those of you who have seen that, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you for tuning in. If you are a Land Academy member, be sure that you join us on Discord.
We are Steve and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you found our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.